time is it?
It's time for the show.
It is time for the show. It is time for this show.
It's Your Music Live.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Your Music Live here on Studio Live. Today, if it's your first time here, this is our weekly show where we showcase independent artists from around the Studio Live Today community. That's you. That's people that are creating on their phones, creating on their Macs and their PCs, in their home studios, maybe in their retro wood-panelled home studios like the one behind me. I hope you're doing well. We're going to kick in because we've got so many songs here to get through. Get through? That sounds bad. So many songs to enjoy, to celebrate, to play here on the show today. And we're going to kick off with this particular tune. And I've got to find my notes here. This is called Preparation, folks. This is Layla Jane. And the person submitting this said, written by my daughter for her partner, supporting her here on the guitar. It's a very cool tune. It's going to start us with a little bit of a mellow vibe. So let's kick into it, shall we? This is Layla Jane here on Your Music Live. Let's do it. Layla Jane with Home to get us started, right? Yeah, excellent voice, great video there, outstanding stuff. I thought that was a really nice groove and a nice mellow way to start the day here. It is a Saturday morning here in sunny Adelaide, South Australia. It'll be Friday afternoon or Friday evening, depending where you are in the world. And this is Your Music Live. We are brought to you by our friends at DistroKid. Yeah, you can check them out there, distrokid.com/VIP/Pete Johns. If you are an independent artist and you want to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all of the places, DistroKid got you hooked up, and for less than $20 per year, you can release an unlimited number of songs, albums, and EPs, and you can even save yourself 7% off if you use the code there and down in the description. We do thank DistroKid for supporting the channel, for supporting live music, and for supporting you, because without them we wouldn't do this show and we wouldn't be able to feature your super cool tunes just like that one. So thank you to Layla Jane. That was their first time submitting to Your Music Live, and if you want to submit to Your Music Live, there is a link down in the description that you can check out. Just go to that form, fill in your details, and we'll consider you for a future show. Let's jump into our second tune, shall we hear? This is a tune from Compulsion Loop, and they say all written and produced by me on my iPhone 12 using the Akai MPK Mini, vocals knocked out of the park by my friend Zoe Marie. So yes, we're going to start with the ladies, back-to-back ladies to start the show here today, which I thought was pretty cool. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. This is from Compulsion Loop, and it's called Learn How to Love here on Your Music Live. right? A little bit of Compulsion Loop there with Learned How to Love here on Your Music Live. By the way, all of the songs we play here on the show, we link down below. So if you're thinking, how do I keep up with all of this amazing goodness? Well, guess what? You jump down to the description and you check it out down there, and you can check out all of the tracks that we play here, including our next one. Yeah, we're going to move fast today. I hope you're ready for a fast-paced show, because we're going to go a bit long, but we've got a heap to catch up on here. And I just want to make sure that we get to as many songs as possible. So we will rant a little bit between, but not too much this week. Martin Hammer is an artist that I've known for quite some time. He's a garage band creator. He's a member of the Garage Band Users Facebook group, and he creates some amazing tunes. He's got a brand new one. I haven't heard it yet, so we're going to hear it together. You can tell I'm a bit behind. I haven't even vetted a lot of the songs we're playing this week. We're just going to throw them out there because why not? So this is called Showdown in LA. We're going to jump over to YouTube. Martin has kindly given us the Song Whip link, so we can jump over here to YouTube and we can play this one. Now, Martin's tunes are, I always say they're a bit 80s rock. And I don't know if that's just pigeonholing it, but I love it. Regardless of what genre you want to call it, I love it. So let's jump in and listen to this one. Nope, YouTube wanted to start it early. We'll go back. Hold your horses, YouTube. We haven't finished the intro. This is Martin Hammer, Showdown in LA on Your Music Live.
Have you heard the Rat Pack is back? Flew in from London where the goodies sag. Backbeat Johnny, Alcatraz and Mo burned the castle down, so they had to go. Backbeat Johnny gonna play the drum, Alcatraz and play the bass, and Mo will make a funny face. Showdown in LA, the city of angels gonna rumble. On your knees and pray. They gonna crawl, they gonna stumble. I knew Johnny when he was a boy, beaten badly and treated like a toy. One late night, Alcatraz and Mo shot the father down, but the sheriff let him go. One for all and all for one, through sunshine and the rain, through happiness and the pain.
Oh, Pete's turning down right after the pre-chorus. There's got to be a law against that, doesn't there? Yeah, I know. This is fantastic, but we do need to keep going through. Now, the reason that I only play a little bit of each song is to give you a taste so that you can work out what it is that you want to go and explore more. Because as I said before, down in the description, we grow it as we go. Sounds weird. We add to the description, and all of the songs and all the links are going to be there. So if you go back and you go, what's that Martin Hammer song that was really awesome? Yeah, you're going to be able to find it. Go and do it. Yeah, I agree, Darren. 80s, but original. And that's the cool thing. You can have an 80s sound, but still sound fresh. And that's what Martin does. Speaking of people that sound fresh, it's time to get your rock on. Because I've slowly lifted you, right? We started a bit chill, and then we've lifted it. We've gone to a bit of a beat through Compulsion Loop. We've had some Martin Hammer. We're now going to go some Joe Gamlin. And Joe's got a track called Delta. He says, I recorded this song with an iRig 2 and an iPhone 7 on my bed. I know, very ghetto, but I'm very happy with the result. I know the mix isn't great, but I'm looking on improving my mixes in the future. Very cool. And look, that's what we're here for. Like, not everyone's going to be at the level they want to be yet. But as we've seen over the last 2 years of doing this show, people just continue to improve. So share your music, get the feedback, learn from it, and then rock out with tunes like this, Delta from Joe Gamlin on Your Music Live. I agree, Alan. The mix sounds great. Yeah, very 90s, early noughties kind of vibe going on there from our friend Joe Gamlin. And yeah, Delta, the D word of the C word, right? Yeah, I'd love to hear some vocals on it, Scott. So just sort of, yeah. I think someone said Foo Fighters, a bit of Dave Grohl style doubled vocal, like, you know, when Dave like, never, never, never be that forever, like something like that. That sort of vocal would work really well with that. But yeah, the harmonies on the guitars sounded really good. And with the iRig 2 into an iPhone, this is what we're talking about, people. This is what I keep telling you. You don't need all the gear. You don't need all the stuff. You just need to get going and start creating. And don't forget that Songtember is just around the corner. We will be featuring Songtember songs here on Your Music Live. If you don't know what Songtember is and you're new to the channel, Songtember is all about you creating your own song. So it's all just about you creating a song, and you can just create whatever you want, any genre, anything you like. But from the 1st of September to the 30th of September, create, record, and release, or share, or get a song done, finish a song. So hang around to learn more about Songtember. Let's grab this tune now from Pitch Master, who says this song is called Of What You Dream, Sweet One, the emotional benthic zone. Recorded the synth pop strings with autoplay too, and pasted the track to 4 or 5 other keyboard instruments, and it sounded like a movie track. The emotional benthic zone happens when you can't get any lower in the emotional state. So this is an interesting video. So we're going to jump over here and take a look at it. So let's just jump in. It'll do the talking for you. So this is Of What Do You Dream? And this is Pitch Master here on Your Music Live. Very cool little jam there. I think this video makes me jealous that I don't have hair. When I look at that, I play this song and I'm like, I don't really know what's going on there with the video, but very cool tune. And I love seeing folks starting to create and starting to use things and creating in GarageBand, because it's the ultimate, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the leveler. Like, it lets everyone just get in and have a crack and have a go, which I think is super cool. We're going to continue on, and we're going to listen to, this is a band from back in the 90s that have been sharing some of their older tunes. They are apparently working on some newer songs, but I can't stop playing them. And it's a band called State of Mind, and they say that this song is a song about the ups and downs of life, and we're going to play it here right now. This is State of Mind with White Knuckle Grip on Your Music Live.
Says find your universe. Time says gain your freedom. Bitterness turns to white knuckle grip. Express your anger means nothing. Loneliness takes you by the throat, but love leads you.
Yes. It does have a Helmet vibe, doesn't it? For those that were around in the 90s. Very Helmet. The vocals are cool. They definitely rock. If I was around, I wasn't around in the 90s, but if the internet existed and I could have supported bands like this in the 90s, I would have. In fact, I did, because I supported bands that were just like this. And yeah, the grungy riffs and the harmonies and the vocals and yeah, the overtone to the max. Take it to the max. Very, very cool. Yeah, epic 90s grungy sounds. That was very, very cool. So keep sharing, State of Mind, because sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen, as we know. Got a bit of news on that coming up. But first, we've got to grab another couple of tracks here. We are trying to play catch up here on Your Music Live today. We're trying to get to some of the songs that we've missed over the last few weeks and months. I love the album artwork on this one. This is from a band called Coal in the Clouds. And check out the effort gone into this album art. Yeah, right? How cool is that? This is a tune called Sour. The song was recorded in my bedroom studio, all on my own, and it is one of my first songs on FL Studio. Shout out to the Fruity Loops family out there. So this is Sour from Coal in the Clouds. Chill, very relaxing, very kick back. Yeah, like his drink, right? Drinking straight from the brain. Some sweet synths and synth wave, chill wave kind of vibe there from Coal in the Clouds. Love it. Love it a lot. So thank you for sharing and thank you for your patience, because like I said, we're in catch-up mode here today. We're playing songs that, yeah, people submitted many weeks ago, up to 4 and 5 weeks ago. So thank you for your patience. Yeah, very, very nice track. Sounding great in the cans. Yep, was sounding good in my Sennheiser HD 280 Pros. Sorry, I just love these headphones. Sorry, I'm not going to get into headphone talk. It's not headphone talk. We really don't have time for that. Hello to Kim Harden Hudson. Yeah, hey everybody. Hey Kim. Hope you're doing well. Great art and a cool, chill song, indeedly. A couple more tunes and then we're going to hear from DistroKid, because yes, I am wearing the hat today. I'm representing my DistroKid love. DistroKid are the sponsors of this show, and they've been supporting this show for coming up a year now, would you believe it? So a huge shout out and thank you to DistroKid. If you want to release your music, DistroKid's the way to do it. Link in the description. Check them out. Let's check out this next tune. This is from Etafa. And it's a tune called Outer Layer. What do they have to say about it? This is one of the first songs I produced in GarageBand. It's an instrumental song about how people don't focus on what's on the inside. Right? Got to focus on what's on the inside. Doesn't matter what you look like as long as you're a good pelican. Remember that, folks. All right. This is Etafa with Outer Layer here on Your Music Live. wow. I wasn't expecting that either. Wow, yeah, the heavy bottom end in there, the fuzz, it all works. You listen to that at first and you're like, oh, this seems a bit too intense. But then you just get into it and it rocks. And the halftime stuff, I know, how good was the drums in there and the little breaks. And it was weird. It was almost like in 16/8 time. I was trying to count along and it had this interesting syncopated beat that, it's really hard to get your head around, which is good. It reminds me of Tool when you're just like trying to rush, you're trying to find the beat and it feels just a little bit anxious, but in a really good way. Digging it. There you go. I feel this is why we need to go back and we need to make sure we catch up on these songs that we may have missed because there's some absolute bloody gold in there. Gold. So I will be definitely checking out more from Etafa in the future. Now, I wasn't sure if we'd actually played this song, so I'm just going to play it again because I didn't mark it off if we did, because it's Adam Burse and Forest of the Wolf. And they sent this to me a while ago, and I left it here because I thought I'd played it, and now I can't remember if I have. So we're just going to play it again. They said, I've done a collaboration with Forest of the Wolf called Technological Future. I did the guitar track using my Headrush pedal board and Studio One Pro 5. Forest of the Wolf did the final mix, master, and video for the track. I'm almost positive we played it, but guess what? We're playing it again so I can have a clear conscience and tick it off because it's Adam Burse and he does good stuff. Let's take a listen to this one. It's Forest of the Wolf and Adam Burse with Technological Future. Right? Yeah. And I did play it before, but well worth another listen. I thought so. I thought I'd just not knocked it off. So you get to listen to it again. If you're brand new to the channel or you're brand new to the show and you didn't hear it, 4 weeks ago when I last played it, you get to hear it again. Absolutely cool. Epic stuff. Great track. I agree. We'll grab one more track here, shall we, before we jump over and talk a little bit about our sponsors, DistroKid, because they are kind enough to sponsor us. Let's grab this tune. We'll jump over to SoundCloud because we may get Lotto Cat. Don't worry, I'll explain the memes. You just have to hang around for a while. I'm sorry when there's inside jokes about things. I will explain them eventually, but it just makes you have to hang around and learn about all the randomness that goes on around here. So, Lotto Cat was a cat. He doesn't exist anymore, but SoundCloud have advertising, and Lotto Cat was our lotteries cat, and he would always encourage me to gamble every time I loaded a SoundCloud track, and I said, I'm here for the music, Lotto Cat, I'm not here for you. But anyway, let's grab this tune. It's from Ryan Rogers. It's called Last Thursdayism, and he says it was written and recorded a few Saturdays ago, just heard a drum track and kept building on top of it. It's about conspiracy theories. Get your tinfoil hats ready, people. Last Thursdayism. Ryan Rogers on Your Music Live.
You said cheated with the girl from Space Force 3, but the rocket never made it off the launch pad. I'll make you be if you try to prove to me that we existed before last Thursday. This is long enough, I'll convince you that you and I are just a break up, loving it bad. Even kids run around, free will forsake. Evolution is like a false and a fake. No, you never thought of me as the same. No proof exists, therefore I am guilty before last Thursday. Space murder, it appeared when Johnny Martian disappeared, but I swear I'm stuck in nanobots on IO. I don't need to tell you why, and in your heart. If you don't trust me, then trust a car. Living on earth and it's 5 days old. Your memories are fake like hills were told. No, you never thought of me as the same, but no proof exists. Therefore I ain't guilty before last Thursday. Break. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a killer. I'm just your other man who did exist before last Thursday. Who did exist.
Yeah, I agree, Barry. Strange, but I like it too. What have we got? REM meets Dave Matthews. Yeah, big mouthful there. Definitely they might be giants, that someone said as well. The vocals are great. Yeah, just all round good vibes on that one. Dig it in a big bad way. Yeah, little bare naked lady. Yeah, chickadee chain at the chain is chicken. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much for sharing, because sharing is caring. And speaking of caring, you know who I care about? Well, they care about me, or a little bit of mutual caring. It's DistroKid. Yeah, if you're an independent artist and you are looking to release your music, don't forget Songtember's just around the corner. If you're not already releasing music online, it is really cool. There's a few reasons why releasing your music online is cool. Number one is it just gives you access to all the platforms. So if you've got your music on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon, Tidal, Google Play, YouTube, it means it doesn't matter where people are, they can find you. And look, Bandcamp's cool, and look, SoundCloud is cool, but there's something about just having that universal where instead of having to say to someone, just go to bandcamp.com/user/PeteJohn/Tom, you just go search Pete Johns on any platform. I'm there. I'm on Spotify. You're a Spotify user? I'm there. You're a YouTube music user? I'm there. That's pretty cool. Number two thing is that you can actually get royalties from your songs. So you pay $20 per year or $19.99 per year to release with DistroKid. Save yourself 7% with the link up above, and you can get your music out there. And if someone's listening to it, someone's getting paid for it, right? Might as well be you. You're not going to make a fortune. Let's be honest. The streaming platforms don't pay you a heap. But if someone's getting paid, why not you? And DistroKid give you 100% of the royalties straight back. And number three, it's a bit of an ego thing, but there's some weird, cool feeling when you see your song up there. I've said it before, but you see, you're on Spotify and you play a Foo Fighters track, and then you play your song, and then you play like a Muse track, and you're like, I'm living in the same world where Dave Grohl and Muse can be around me, right? So you know what? Sometimes it's okay to feel good about things. DistroKid got a new feature, especially if you are doing collaborations. And this is great news just in time for Songtember. They've got a new featured artist. So for a while, it's been really tricky adding in featured artists. There's a special format that they need across the different platforms. DistroKid have come to the party. They've added this new feature just this week. And what you can do is if you've got a featured artist that you want to put in your song title, you can say, yes, I have a featured artist. You put whether they're a featured artist or a remixer, you put their name, and then DistroKid will actually format it properly for you. No more of this guesswork and having your songs rejected because you didn't get the full stop after the FEAT in the featured by. It does it all for you. It holds your hand, and that means that your songs are going to get out to the platforms, and they're going to guarantee that you and your collaborators are going to get there. Don't forget, there's also the Cool Teams feature that we showed last week. So if you do want to actually split your revenue on a song, you're working on a song with someone else, you can come in here and you can actually split your revenue on a song by adding another artist. So it's super, super easy to add collaborators, to add other people that are going to get paid as well as you. So we thank DistroKid for their wonderful support of Your Music Live and independent music. People like our friend Russ8889. And we're about to hear from Russ8889 in about 30 seconds. Russ says, hello, Pete. I hope you're well. Time for a bit of dub with this track. Mastered by Jade Star and made in the iPad Nano Studio 2. Just purchased a beginner guide to GarageBand. Woot! As I was going to do my first track in GarageBand for Songtember, and will release on DistroKid if it turns out any good. All the best and wish me luck, Russ. So a deliberate tie-in perhaps to the DistroKid there, because I know that Russ and his band, the Delicate Giants, got it right, Russ, are working on an album that's going to be released through DistroKid. And if Russ can get a song, he's just bought my GarageBand guide, so it's officially sanctioned by Russ8889 now, and he's going to make his first GarageBand track using my guidance. So the good news about that, Russ, is if it turns out shite, you can blame me, right? Okay, let's jump in and take a listen to this one. Whoops, it's already playing. No, something's playing in the background there. There we go. This is called Dub 2. It's some brand new tunes from Mr. Russ, 8889 on Your Music Live. Was really chill until John's coughed over the cool beat because he forgot to have his mic down. Very nicely done stuff there from our man Russ, 8889, making me nostalgic for warmer climates. Yeah. I mentioned yesterday in a show that spring is just springing here. Well, not really, it's still August, but got our first kind of feel of spring going on, and I'm loving everything except the pollen, right? Yeah, every Rust tune has some epic built in. Exactly. You get at least some epic in every Rust tune. Better mark that one off, otherwise I'll play it again next week. Which would be fine, but we should probably play some different stuff next week, right? Different stuff such as Mr. Paul Askew, who I'm not sure, this may be another first-timer. Hashtag YML first-timer. So this is Paul Askew, and what does he say about this track? It's called Cast Aside, recorded on my iPhone with GarageBand all by myself, an emotional rock song about believing in yourself. Believe in yourself, people, because sometimes no one else will. But no, believe in yourself, because you can do it. You can do anything. I was talking about this, and I won't rant about it too much because we're low on time. But yeah, well, I was talking with my kids about talent versus effort, and the fact that, yeah, there's some people that are just talented at things, but you'd be surprised at how little talent will get you in the long run and how much hard work will. For anyone who says, oh, I can't sing or I can't play guitar, so I'm just going to not try. Yeah, some of the best singers and best guitarists didn't have all the raw talent. In fact, not having the raw talent can sometimes help you because it gives you that fire in the gut to just push through and keep going. So anyway, I say all that to say, let's play this tune from Paul Askew called Cast Aside here on Your Music Live.
Such a feeling's magnetic. Let me explain, you get it. There's a wisdom that's always been inside you, so applaud it, just hear my song. Think out your mind, you will be strong, I will be kind. You waited all your life for a scene in the play, but you found today you've been cast aside. You've been cast aside. And nobody knows how you're facing the day, but you're facing your way. Don't be cast aside. Don't be cast aside. I believe that there's something deep inside inside you worth knowing if you just keep it flowing and in life terms keep growing. Now close your eyes and listen to sounds and feel the touch, your feet on the ground.
That's another one I didn't want to turn down, right? Very cool. And I love the fact that Russ here is comparing it to the Indigo Sunsets. I love it when the indie bands that we've been playing on this show compared to other indie bands that we've played on this show. Like that's pretty cool. Yeah, cozy vocals. I know, it was just buttery smooth, wasn't it? Yeah, super cool. Like the nice bass line, like the bass band vocals. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, hit thumbs up. Thumbs up for Paul Askew. Go and check out his channel and check out more Paul Askew music. And do give a thumb. If you're having fun here, if you're thinking this is a cool show and you want to hang out for a bit longer, remember, hit the thumbs up, because sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen. So yeah, who can we go with this week? Cousin Dave. Cousin Dave's into his metal and his hard rock, and I think we've got some metal and hard rock coming up. So hit the share button, copy the link and say, Cousin Dave. So, someone's sitting there right now that has a Cousin Dave and they're like, oh crap, how does he know that? Cousin Dave, you need to let him know that he needs to come over here and join us here in Your Music Live land, because it's good fun. It's good fun times, and why not? All right, let's do some catch up, because again, so far behind. These were submitted back in July, so I'm determined to catch up on some of these tunes, and some of them are artists that we just haven't had here before on the channel. And as you know, these first timers are rocking our socks and blowing our socks off and doing all sorts of things to our socks. This is from an artist called Alas, or Ali Mally. It's kind of hard to work out sometimes. And all they've said is, I wrote this song for a girl I don't know. Hopefully not super creep. Okay, we'll give it a crack, shall we? It's called Wishes Don't Come True. Let's give it a spin here on Your Music Live.
I love you, Nora. Do you love me?
Oh, I don't know, Jeff.
You're the only girl I've dated in 2 months. We get along fine. You do love me, don't you?
I think so, but I'll have to think about it.
Some super cool experimental stereo effects going on with that one. I dig it. I like it. I like the picture. I like the album artwork. I like the vibe of that one. Yeah, super creative. That opening there. Yeah. So if you were ever wondering if StreamYard is stereo, I know that my buddy Mike had some issues with some stereo on his StreamYard stream on a show this week. It was right over on the left. Right, yeah. So yeah, you had all of that sort of opening sequence on the left, and then the music came up on the right, and then the left went down. I was watching the faders here, just going, "Is this me? Have I done something wrong here?" But no, it was actually just moving between the two stereo sides. Vocals could use a bit of a lift. I think the whole thing, a little bit of mastering there just to bring it all up there. But yeah, interesting production. I love it. I love hearing new and different things. All of us can produce things that sound like everything else, but getting something new and different in the world is a good thing. All right, let's grab another tune. This is from Aldo Demi, who says it was written about friendship and how sometimes people go far away. They do, and it can be sad. But let's jump in and find this. We do live in the future, so that is a good thing. Even when people are far away, they are only a Skype or a Zoom call away, right? So this is Aldo Demi, and this is a tune called Mar, and we're going to listen to it here on Your Music Live.
En el cristal en el que yo siempre te veo, surgen las palabras que tal vez yo nunca leo, y nunca lo sabrás. Tú nunca me verás. Yo siempre deseo volver el tiempo aquel en el que yo aún poseo recuerdos de verdad y nunca lo sabrás. Un mar se ha posado entre los dos, un mar que aleja tanto tu voz, y sé que tú tal vez nunca vuelvas a escuchar mi voz.
Digging it. Love the transition. Love that simple acoustic bit. The little arpeggios and chords on the electric piano in the background. I'm a sucker for acoustic guitar and a Rhodes or an electric piano kind of sound in the background. Very, very cool. Mark Lovell, thank you, my friend. Mark, by the way, shout out to Mark Lovell, Kronk Song. He does all the themes, and I used his Alien jingle for the theme music for the intro today. So thank you to Kronk Song. We'll be hearing from Kronk Song later in the show, so hopefully, Mark, you can swing around and check out the replay later. Yeah, very laid back, very cool, very nice vibe. I dig it. I dig it in a big bad way. Intimate, that's a great word for it. And here's the thing. When you listen to a song like that, and it's not in a language that you understand, I don't understand it, but you can still get the feeling, I think that says more about, like, when you get music that can convey a feeling like that without the words, I think that's pretty darn cool. Now, let's go back here. It's going to be out of date because this artist says, I'm entering a producer challenge competition this week. Made a track for adsrsounds.com, 11th birthday. I sketched out the idea with spice loops from a Dream Pop sample pack on my iPhone. Finished it at home on Ableton. So we got some interesting uses of different bits of kit and software here. So why don't we jump over and take a listen to this. This is from Oyama Music. We'll go with that. We'll go with Oyama Music. And it is a tune here called Summer Birthdays. Days, get it? D-A-Z-E. See what I did there? And yes, I do say Z, because I live down here in the colonies, and we say Z, not Z. I know, it's weird. All right, let's play this song. It's Oyama Music, Summer Birthdays on Your Music Live. cool is that? Yeah. Go ahead. Try and not tap your foot to that, right? Yeah, very uplifting. Love the detuned kind of tape cassette sort of vibe at the start there with that. The synths were just on point. Awesome sound design. Absolutely for the win. Whew. See, this is why we go back. This is why we make sure that we get to these first timers, because man, there's some good stuff out there. I know, I love you, my usual suspects. I love you. We may have to have carved out some gaps here. So if you're sending stuff in every week and we're not able to play everyone this week, hang tight. We'll be back because again, we need to catch up on a lot of these folks that are going to the effort of sharing their tunes, because sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen. Hang around, because after the toilet break, which is coming up in only less than 10 minutes, I'll be telling you some interesting Sharon is Karen news. So if you have been around the last few months and are part of the weirdness that is the Sharon is Karen thing, then yeah, just hang around, because I'll be able to share some cool news with you. Let's grab this one. This is West Side Porter, and they said something cool. They said, this song was a freestyle I did in one take. I love the mood of the song so much that I mixed it down to the best of my ability and released the song. I love hearing stuff like that, yeah, where people just like, you know what, this is just what I did, and it's cool, and I'm going with it, and we're releasing it, and there you go. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. This is Voices Freestyle, West Side Porter on Your Music Live.
We used to be friends, make ends meet again. Twisted, demented with thinking of ending things. Don't know why you won't be friends with me. You having your hot girl summer. I see you with all of your friends. You're looking good this summer. Can't even lie, I'm interested. But them voices is telling you something, something you wanna let go. Something about me and you, baby.
Very nicely done. Definitely has a very cool vibe in that one. And auto-tune, I won't say a love-hate relationship. I never really hate it, never really love it. I think it works well sometimes with some tracks, and that's a case of where it does, right? It sounds cool. You're using your voice like an instrument at that point. And as long as you program it well, as long as you've got a cool beat going along with it, I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, as Thomas says, a fantastic singing voice. You can tell the difference between someone that can't sing, that tries to auto-tune their voice to fix it, compared to someone who can sing, who uses auto-tune as a production technique to make a song sound unique. So that's all I got to say about that. Alrighty, we've got a couple more tunes before we hit our toilet break, the honourable toilet break time slot. Who will be our toilet break this week? If you're wondering, by the way, the toilet break, we do it at the 1 hour mark, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's that I need to usually refill my coffee cup and potentially have a comfort stop. So that's what we do, and we've got a really cool track to play for our toilet break here today. So nobody go nowhere. But we'll get two more songs in before then. This is from an artist called Lofi Callum. I like it when your genre's in your name, right? This track was created in GarageBand, originally 6 minutes long, and was inspired by a song called Golf. That was the soundtrack for a British television show called Taskmaster. It's a lo-fi song that is supposed to feel nostalgic. All right, let's jump in and take a look at this. This is Reminiscence, a YML edit. There you go. We've got a 1 minute 39 track here from Lofi Callum. Love your work, my friend. Reminiscence here on Your Music Live. How cool. I dig it. I dig everything about it. I love the vinyl crackle. I love the vinyl crackle kind of looks and sounds like the raindrops. I think that was cool. Yeah, digging it. The dynamics in that one, it did. It took me by surprise. I didn't really know what was going on there. I was waiting for a little frog to jump out or something. Am I hearing the raindrops? Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think it was vinyl crackle kind of working as the raindrops. Yeah, dig it. Dig it a lot. Hello, Andrew Jackson, my favourite former Prime Minister, President of the USA. Been away for a while. Hope you fun and very chill. Yeah, that was a good tune. Very, very weirdly relaxing. I know. It definitely needs to be on those lo-fi radio stations. I used to listen to them quite a lot. The lo-fi beats stations that just have some background music while I'm doing stuff. But yeah, great lo-fi track. Well done. All right, one more tune before we get to our toilet break here on Your Music Live for this wonderful Saturday morning, Friday afternoon, evening, depending where you are in the world. Let's go to GB Fusion. GB Fusion say, this is an instrumental progressive blues rock song recorded in my home studio. Right on. Mixed and mastered at home as well. I used Universal Audio and Reaper. I'd be honoured to have a spot and thank you for your consideration. Well, despite the fact that it's taken us 4 weeks to get you played here, you do have a spot because we're doing catch-up. We're on catch-up duty here today on Your Music Live. So let's jump in and play this one. Doesn't really have a name. It's just called New Original Progressive Blues Rock Song, Guitar Music. And we'll play this one, GB Fusion, on Your Music Live. When the vibe is this cool, I shouldn't ruin it by singing some vocals, even though John David Lee suggested it. What a cool tune. Yeah, and it looks like it does have a name, Snoopers at Sunset. I love that. And I kind of like the footage, like the see how it's sort of moving around there? I don't know if that's deliberate, but I dig it. I dig it. It kind of looks like that old school kind of tape noise interference stuff. There you go. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, very improv, very jamming. Jenny says, really good thing. I love it when a musician is clearly having fun playing, right? I love the craziness of this. Really fun to listen to. Yeah, you're going to have to go on back. You're going to have to go on back and listen to the whole thing, I reckon. I'm sure going to be doing it. GB Fusion. The funny thing was, I started typing. I put GB Fusion into my notes here, and it brought up GarageBand because I've got my Mac and my iPhone set with the text replacement that whenever I type GB, it types GarageBand because that's usually what I'm trying to say. Hey? All right, it is time for the toilet break, and I'm not sure. I know we've closed with one of this artist before, but I'm not sure if they've had the toilet break on it. Perhaps they have one previous time, but I've decided to go with a Black Covers tune for the coveted toilet break spot here today because Ingo says, "Hi Pete, here's my orchestral version of Avril Lavigne's Since You've Been Gone, sung by the fantastic Italian Silvia Lorusso. A good start point is 105, but it's the toilet break, so we're going to start from the start. I hope you enjoy it and consider for an upcoming YML." And that's Ingo from Black Covers. Well, not only am I considering it for a future YML, it's our toilet break. It's only 3 minutes 18, so I better get it started and then get a move on here if I want to take care of business. You're like, Pete, far too much information, son. What are you doing? All right, it keeps wanting to play. I'll keep pausing, and it keeps wanting to play again. There we go. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. This is the wonderful Ingo from Black Covers, and this is a cover of the Avril Lavigne classic, Since You've Been Gone, here on Your Music Live.
Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was school, but it was all pretend. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. You dedicated, you took the time. It wasn't long till I called you mine. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. And all you ever hear me say is I'll picture me with you. That's all you ever hear me say. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Picture you, not gay, one since you've been gone. How can I put it? You put me on. I even fell for the stupid love song. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone. How come I never hear you say I just wanna be with you? I guess you never felt that way. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. So moving on, yeah, yeah. Picture you, not gay, you wanna away. Since you've been gone, you had the chance to go away. Out of sight, out of mind. Something about my just can't take it. Again and again and again and again. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Picture you, not gay, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Picture you, not gay, you should know that I can't. Since you've been gone,
The wonderful
since you've been gone.
Black Covers with an outstanding cover of the not Kelly Clarkson. Where am I going with that? With Avril Lavigne's Since You Been Gone. Don't forget it's Since You, the letter U. It's not the word you, it's the letter U, for whatever reason, because that's how they roll. Thank you for sharing that one. I hope you enjoyed that. I kind of forgot how much dynamics that Ingo puts in his track. So I set the level, went away and came back and I'm like, I really hope it's not hitting the red. And it was. So if you heard a wee bit of crunch, that was me and my mix. That wasn't Ingo. That was at this end. So go back. It's just going to encourage you to go back and check it out because it's down in the description and you'll want to go and check that out. I was right with Kelly Clarkson, was I? Was it Kelly Clarkson Since You've Been Gone? There you go. Yeah, because I thought, anyway, okay, it was Since You've Been Gone. Right. So let's continue on, shall we? And we'll find another tune. You know what? I'm intrigued by this. Happy Ron sent me a submission this week, and all he said was new dance version of a classic Happy Ron tune from 2 months ago. Happy Ron Dance Edition? Is this a thing? I just have to play this to find out. I've not even played this. I'll trust Happy Ron that he's going to do something cool. It's called After All the Standing Still, Shutdown Ending Song. So we have heard this one recently, but it looks like this is a reimagining of some Happy Ron. So why don't we do this? It sounded fine, no crackles here. Cool. Well, it was obviously right up at 0. I tried to get it so we had enough level without it clipping. So that is good to hear. Thank you, Thomas. Let's have some Happy Ron in our lives, shall we? After all, it's the standing still dance version. Let's do it.
We lived apart for far too long, but now we can dance once again and feel the sun warming our face. Take a deep breath and say amen. After all the standing still, we're moving closer and it feels good. After all the standing still, we come together like we should. We're breaking bread with all of our friends, living life how it's meant to be, leaving behind all of the fear. I hold you and you sing with me. After all the standing still, we're moving closer and it feels good. After all the standing still, we come together like we should. We can't
Really nicely produced Happy Ron there. Got to go find some watermelon. Oh, how delicious is watermelon? We're coming back into good watermelon season here in Australia, which is a good thing. Look, I love Ron. I love the positivity of that tune. The message is a little bit, it's not quite there, is it? Sorry, Ron. No, look, we will get there. This too shall pass. But if you're here in Australia and New Zealand, after all the standing still, we're standing still in many parts of the country and the world. But you got to go with the positivity, don't you? I'm not gonna deny it for a second, because what are we gonna do? In fact, I'm going to pause here quickly to say, my buddy Mike over at Creative Source got a comment from someone that he did a video about free plugins. Right, everyone loves free plugins. You know, we're music creators. We love free plugins. He got a comment on his video from someone saying, how can you even care about things like free plugins with all the things going on in the world? And it made me think and go, what are we supposed to do? All of the stuff that's going on that we have zero control over, are we supposed to just sit around in the fetal position, just rocking back and forth, saying there's no place like home, there's no place like home? Or do we just get on with it and do our best, live our best lives and be as positive as we can in the situation that we've been dealt? I don't know. That's my vibe. But yeah, Happy Ron, shut down almost over in San Diego. Fingers crossed for you, mate. Fingers crossed, because it's going to take some continued focus and effort for us here. But I love the vibe. Don't lose the fact that I love the vibe and I love the positivity. I'm all about the positivity. This too shall pass. Exactly. The arts help everyone, because if you're feeling bad, how many times have you been feeling bad and you stick a song like that on and then you feel better? Hands up who feels worse after listening to that tune from Happy Ron. Nah, no one in the world ever, except for people that get their jollies from being unhappy and bringing other people down. And you know what? We don't want those people around. Not around here. There's groups for them. There's other forums where they can get together with all the other miserable people and talk about how they're going to be miserable for the life. But we don't want that here, because it's not our vibe. All right. Sorry, I get way off track. I know. Sorry, Dad. I don't mean to. I get way off track. Exactly. Yep. Best way to deal with stuff in the world is through positive action. Speaking of positive action, John David Lees says, "Hi Pete, my friend Chris came to me with the final draft of lyrics for this song and the idea that it should be a punk song. I tried for a time to get it to sound to match his lyrics, but really struggled. After a time, I reworked the lyrics, changed the last verses, and gave it a more alternative sound. It's about a man who has his struggles with addiction and finally realizes that the love of his life isn't gambling, drugs, and alcohol. It's his long-suffering wife." Wow, here we're hitting ourselves in the feels here today. So let's play this tune. This is John David Lees with a tune called "Wish You Were Here" on Your Music Live.
I miss that back one more time. Remember how happy we were last time. Girl, my heart still belongs to you. Baby, I'm on my knees. I miss you. I wish you were here. I miss you. I wish you were here. I miss you. I wish you were here.
Very cool indeed, yeah. I like it a lot. Definitely that late 60s kind of vibe, that folksy alternative sort of, yeah. I dig it. Well done, John David Lees. And I think you found the right vibe for it. I mean, I could hear that as a punk song. I wish you were. But I don't know. I think it works better as an acoustic jam like that. Kind of Cheap Trick sound to it. There you go. Isn't it funny how we can't help but try and like compare to an artist that we know? We like familiarity. We as humans, we like the familiar and we like things that we can relate to. So yeah, dig it. Digging it. So thank you, John David Lees, for sharing, because as we say about sharing, it's caring. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of sharing and caring, let's give this one a spin. This is from Dream States, and they have said, an instrumental piece created and inspired using some of the new sound pack instruments. Woot woot. The title is about much of the world is currently going through and coming out of the other side of it all. Note, this has a gnarlier vibe than a lot of my other music. Okay, I like it. I dig it. No problem. Yeah. And by the way, it was, I think Mike and Dawn Janice said, yeah, that they are both different. And I want to just reiterate that I wasn't suggesting before that you can't be your own person. If the way you deal with things is a certain way, then you do you. Like that's my ultimate goal here, is you do you. But if you want to be a certain way, that's 100% cool. But what I don't dig is when that impacts and influences other people in a negative way that are trying to do their own thing. So you do you, stay in your lane, totally cool. So just in case you thought I was saying, you're not allowed to feel a certain way or act a certain way. It's like, no, you got the freedom. I have a song called Your Opinion, and I say you have the freedom to express, but there are consequences to everything. So don't be surprised when I call you on your Let's listen to Dream States, and it's called The Other Side of It All here on Your Music Live. Love it. I like the jam. Yeah. Solid foundation for some great vocals. Yeah. I don't know whether the vocals would go over it, like would be at that same sort of melody that we're hearing there, or they'd be like a counter melody. I could hear sort of vocals like being up like. Yeah, I think vocals, if you put vocals on that, I think they need to be a counter melody, and I think it would work well, just up a third or a fifth above that. Yeah, very cool. Dig it in a big bad way. Sorry, I can't resist singing along. You know that's going to happen when you submit a song that is a instrumental. I'm going to end up singing along in some other way. Statistic. Statistics prove that we play statistic on this show once every few weeks. And I never know where the one goes because it is STAT1 STICK. That is how you say or spell statistic. And statistic has a tune here that statistically is going to be played next. He says, this is one of the first songs I've ever recorded. Oh, cool. It was tracked out in Cool Edit Pro or Adobe Audition way back in 2002 when I was just 20 years old. I was learning how to record music and manipulate sound so the audio quality isn't the greatest, but it serves as a reminder of where I started and how far I've come. I've been threatening this for a while that we should do a Your First Song, Your Music Live edition, where you have to share the first song you ever finished. I don't even know if I know what my first ever finished song was. It was probably a song I wrote back in the Scarpa day, but I couldn't tell you which one it was. Didn't keep good records those days. I can't go back to SoundCloud and just check the date stamps. It's all just on dodgy cassettes. So this is Backtracks The Door from Statistic here on Your Music Live.
Take yourself away from me. Open your eyes so you can see. I have fought through the dead of night into your heart and in your mind. Walk through the door. Walk through the door. Wake, my child, breathe in deep. There's no need to cry. You've had all your sleep. The darkness covers you where you lay.
Foreboding indeed, some dark vibes there from our friend Statistic with a very cool tune there. Dig it. Very nice build up. I love the production. Exactly. 20 years ago production. Geez, my production wasn't anywhere near that 20 years ago. I can tell you that much. Very good stuff. Yeah, exactly. It was dropping bomb tracks way back in 02. Exactly. Speaking of bomb tracks, I tried to work out if I could do an acoustic cover of Rage Against the Machine's song Bomb Track. Turns out I can't. There you go. In case you were wondering, I can't do it. Yeah, definite Soundgarden vibes in there. Digging it. Very nicely done. Very, very early noughties brooding angst there. It was like we'd just come out of the grunge era. We'd just come out of the 90s. And we were ready to just sort of start waking up. And that's when you had all those sort of... hard rock kind of vibes like that. How do you get your track played on here? It's right there in the description. First line says use DistroKid, because you should, because they're the sponsor of this show, and you can get 7% off any plan. The first year of any plan, 7% off using the link there and down in the description. The other link there, right there, is the link to submit a song. There will be a wait, usually between 1 and 4 or 7 weeks, so it won't be played immediately, because that's not how we roll around here. But if you do want to have a song suggested and considered for a future show, go ahead and do it. You can do what Marcus Cannell has done and leave me a couple of sentences like Marcus has done. He says, there's not much to say about this song. I came up with a melody that I wanted to test out and this tune was born. I would like to share it with you all. And then you send me a link to YouTube or SoundCloud or somewhere online, slaps.com, and then we bring it up here on the screen. and we play your tune, just like we're about to do here. So this is our friend Marcus Cannell with a little bit of instrumental rock that YouTube wants to play before I hit play. There we go. Thank you, YouTube. Instrumental rock creation number 23. Marcus Cannell here on Your Music Live. That's some fantastic shredding there, and I agree, Joe. Those drums with the crashes. People are too scared to use too many crashes sometimes, but that worked out beautifully. Like along with the guitar tone and then the drum tones that you're getting in there. Very, very good stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. Digging it in a big bad way. Great track. Digging the guitars. Nice blend of guitars. And yeah, the video is amazingly good. Lots of energy. Everyone's loving it. Look, too many good comments here for me to put them all on the screen. But yeah, excellent stuff. Thank you for sharing, Marcus. Marcus is a member of some of our great communities as well over on Facebook. We've got the Create, Record, Release Facebook group. You can check out that at createrecordrelease.com. That'll take you straight over to the Facebook group, and of course the GarageBand Users Facebook group if you happen to be a GarageBand user. We've got some discussion here saying, yeah, love statistic song, understand the nerves. It's why I've never actually finished anything, all work in progress. Yeah, and exactly as I like to say, and as Jenny has suggested here, practice does make progress. So practice doesn't make perfect. Don't get caught up in that loop of agony, but practice certainly makes projects. Practice makes progress. Very cool. Let's continue on, shall we? Because we've still got more to get going. I know it's a big guitar YML. I don't know what it is, but for sometimes we just have these themes. Sometimes it's synth, sometimes it's 808, sometimes it's guitar. That's the good thing about this show, is that I don't even know what's coming, let alone you. I don't know what's coming, so how can you know what's coming? All right, let's grab this next one, and we'll play this, and then we'll have a wee chat about some cool and interesting news in the world of YML, and something that many of you have been asking for a while. This is Freddie V, who says it's an instrumental guitar song recorded with an iRig HD2 and published on DistroKid, brackets, I used your link. So here you go. Freddie V has used my link up the top there and has saved himself 7% off his first year on DistroKid, and he's supported the channel in the process. So thank you. It is folks like Freddie V who keep the lights on around here. Should we do a quick joke? Yeah? Okay. All right. So without folks like Freddie V, so you get to see behind the curtain. I know, I'm not in a retro wood-panelled studio from the 70s. I'm in front of a green screen, and now you know the real truth. All right, let's take a listen to this. This is called Initiate, and it's our friend Freddie V on Your Music Live. Love it. Nice, simple and effective jam there. Some nice guitars, some nice bass, some nice drums. Just kicking along. There you go. Just keep creating, keep doing your thing and getting your stuff out there. And that's the thing. Freddie V can now continue the process, continue the progress, continue doing more music. And because you got that DistroKid account now, you can keep creating, keep recording, keep releasing and getting it out there. Yeah, how was that fuzzy bass sound? Digging it, right? Nicely done. Very, very cool. So, what is the news? What's the lead that I've been burying for the entire time? Well, some of you that were on my Q&A show yesterday already got the scoop on this, but for those that have been around the channel for a while, you would know that one thing I like to say is that sharing is caring, because sharing your music here on Your Music Live, sharing the link to this video to your friends because they may want to share a song or they may want to listen to the cool music we have here is a good way to go, because it helps you, it helps them, and it helps me. It's just loop of love that is so cool. And for whatever reason, because of my weird accent, I've started saying Sharon is Karen, and then it just eventually turned into Sharon is Karen. So many folks have asked for an official Sharon is Karen t-shirt for Your Music Live. And drum roll, please. Here it is. So if you go over to studiolivetoday.com/merch, then you can actually pick yourself up for $25. Ignore the Australian dollar market unless you're here in Australia, $35 Australian, because our dollar's not worth as much. But I've made it a premium t-shirt for $25, and you can pick one up. And let's take a look at what we got here, because I've gone to some effort here. We have the Sharon is Karen logo on the front there, which I thought was cool. People doing some grooving and dancing to the Your Music Live vibe that we have there. So that's the front of your shirt, and the back there you got YML, you got the logo at the top there, and YML Your Music Live, so you can confuse your friends and family and show your love for YML. And we got some cool colors. We got this one's called Heavy Metal, which I think is pretty cool. We got a nice sort of a nice olive green. We got the blue, we got the brown, and we got the purple. Now, if you don't have the confidence to rock the shirt, no problem, because I also decided that at the same time I might as well create a mug, a official Your Music Live mug for when you're watching YML and you want to be sipping on gin and juice or just a cup of tea. You can grab yourself the Sharon is Karen YML mug, and that way you can be sitting there listening to the tunes and sipping on your beverage of choice with your own Sharon is Karen mug. And guess what? I'm going to give you 10% off if you use the code Sharon, SHARON in all caps. You're going to save yourself 10% off the orders of those and any other gear. And there you go. You can get it right now. Go over, and Jenny's absolutely getting this shirt. Yeah. And by the way, if there's other designs or styles or things that you want, I've only created the unisex premium t-shirt. If there's other styles and things you want, just let me know. I can create them. It's all through Teespring or Spring. So if there's something missing there, shoot me an email, pete@studiolivetoday.com. I'm more than happy to put it up there if you want something else. And I've already had people saying that they want pint glasses. So that may be the next thing, so that you can have a pint. Maybe we'll get a happy hour pint glass. That would be kind of fun. Alrighty, let's continue moving on. There you go. There's the coupon code Sharon for 10% off. Exactly. We need a pint glass. That will be the next thing I think that we're going to do. Let's move on, because this is Your Music Live. If you're just joining us, we are brought to you by our friends at DistroKid. DistroKid are wonderful sponsors of the show. If you want to release your music, use DistroKid. Links in the description. Let's continue along. This is Colin Stanton. We played him a couple of weeks ago, and he said, a song written to get my buddy to sing along with me and break through his shyness to play his guitar and sing. Plus, he loves Western music as I do. Let's saddle up and get our horses going. I know nothing about Westerns. I'm so sorry. The closest thing I have to Westerns is I watched the Westworld, that series with Anthony Hopkins, because that was cool. But this is called Riding Along. It's Colin Stanton and friend here on Your Music Live.
There's a song called Riding Along. Hope you want to come. Hey, Horsey, going on a date. You ready to go, boy? I heard there's a pretty filly over there. Riding along on my horse, night skies above me, and I
Got no choice, gonna have a good time. Yeah, gonna have a right time. My horse is destined to trail behind me, and I'm riding fast. Catch that last chance with you tonight. Gonna be with you tonight. Riding on sunny. Come on, baby, raise your voice to a song. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, gonna have a right time. Yeah, and my horse is dusting the trail behind me, and I'm riding fast. Catch that last chance with you tonight.
Colin Stanton with a little bit of a Western vibe for you there. Absolutely. Yeah, the guitar is so smooth. An absolute vintage vibe going on there. Nice summer vibe. Great fun track. Love horses. Yeah, there you go. Everything coming together nicely on that particular song. Appreciate you sharing it. Thank you. Another cool song from our friend Colin Stanton on Your Music Live. Alrighty. We're jumping over the place here. But I'm going to jump over to this song from Alan Abrams. Did I see Alan Abrams here in the chat? I think I did. Alan's also been very patient, submitted the songs, been waiting 4 weeks to have it played. We're going to finally get there here today. This song is all done in GarageBand on Mac. It's a song about my sister who is a hot mess. Okay? I mean, jump straight to the point. I like it. Yeah. It's called My Little Sister. So this is Alan Abrams, My Little Sister, on Your Music Live.
I woke up in a nasty kind of state. I told myself I'd never be this way. She's leaving, but she really wants to stay. I'll manage, I hope she'll come back someday. My little sister goes round, telling stories about the people in town. Here's no warning that she's fooling around. Yes, I'm sorry, but you better leave now. Keep on talking, little sister. My little sister gets away. She never listens to the words you say. Perhaps she'll grow up, make it big one day. Until that time, I hope she finds a way. It always goes down, let me hear it, 'cause you don't make no sound. No more worry, 'cause you're not around. Yes, I'm sorry that you had to leave town.
This is really cool. I mean, yeah, a bit of a dark subject, I guess, sort of, but yeah, it keeps you listening. It's storytelling, but with a sing-along pop vibe as well. Yeah, the tambourine and the where you want to just like clap along, like that's cool, right? Yeah, exactly, Dan. Some good old school hooks and some lovely, delicious harmonies in there from that one. Alan Abrams, is that your first time here? I'm not sure if you're here at the moment, Alan, but I think that might be the first time we've heard from Alan Abrams here on Your Music Live, which is cool. We love folks sharing for the first time because remember, sharing is caring, and as we like to say, Sharon is Karen. I put it on a mug. Because you dared me to, and so I did. I'm nothing if not someone who follows through when I get when you dare me, you double dare physical challenge. We went there. Spider, is there a spider in the house? We've heard from Spider before, but not in a few weeks, and this is a tune from Spider called Willow. They say, "Hey Pete, this is the first song off my upcoming project. I hope you enjoy it." Well, I hope you enjoy it because we're going to give it a spin right here, right now. This is Spider with Willow on Your Music Live. that's a vibe right there. Yeah, nicely done there. Thank you, Spider. I like it. A nice jam. I did say that we were very guitar driven today and we were missing out on some beats and some 808s. So there you go. Mission accomplished. 808s in your world with some Spider there. Really appreciate everyone being here. If you're having fun, are you having fun? Hit the thumbs up button. That's the cool way to tell me that you're having fun here today. And do remember that you can share. Share it with Aunt Betsy. Aunt Betsy actually is fully into chillwave and synth pop. So hopefully we've got some more chill wave coming up later. Sorry, I should pick more real names because when I said Cousin Dave before, everyone's got a Cousin Dave, but people probably don't have an Aunt Betsy. Maybe you do. If you've got an Aunt Betsy, let me know. I'm probably freaking someone out who does. All right, let's play this tune. This is from Dominic Tomagrossa, and it is called For the Lonely. And Dominic says the following. This is a moody acoustic song for the Lonely, written and recorded in GarageBand between the 14th and 27th of July, just last month. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is For the Lonely, Dominic Torregosa on Your Music Live. Let's subscribe to him. Let's do it.
She's sitting at the shoreline, alone with her despair. She'd like to chase the tide and not come up for air. She's thinking about things she doesn't understand, watching grains of sand slip through her hand. He's living on the sidelines, don't know which way to turn. He'd like to set it all on fire and watch it slowly burn. Hang his head and you can see shame. Start the damn thing all over again. Time is long.
Oh, sounds like we've got a really good bridge going on there that we're going to miss. Oh, yeah, some really good guitars, some really good songwriting, some good video production this week. Have you noticed that? Yeah, very moody, very cool, very good stuff. And sorry, Alan, that you had submitted twice before. I'm like, it's Alan's first time. And he's like, third. I'm like, okay, sorry. I play about 70 songs every week. It's hard to keep up. But yeah, thank you for sharing that one. That was cool. Yeah, very, very well done. So the artist name there, I think I gave the person's actual name. I don't know, they've got Dominic Tomagrosa, but what did they, there was another name, I can't remember. So, no, I can't remember. We'll just go back to the start. The artist name, John Dominic. So there you go. That might be the artist name that you're going with there. Very cool, very good stuff. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Let's move on, shall we? Sonic Dream Believers. I reckon I saw you. Did I see you hanging out in the chat earlier today? Well, we got a song from you coming up right here, right here. Why am I talking like this? I never talk like this. We've had a bit of a vibe of like loneliness and breakups and kind of hitting the feels today too, haven't we? We've had some positive vibes. We had Happy Ron doing his dancing number. We had some positive stuff, but we've also had quite a bit of like, ooh, hitting you in the feels. And this one sounds like it's going to be the same. So this song is called All the Lonely Years, and it's about the heartache of a broken relationship. I put these Kevin Troutman lyrics to tune in 2017. Finally got him to record a vocal and recently came up with this production. Recorded and mixed in Cakewalk. I play guitar. All other instruments are virtual. If you wouldn't mind, please play through the bridge, which would be about 1 minute 40 playtime. Okay, cool. So we'll start at the start and we'll play through to the bridge at the 1 minute 40 mark. See, if you ask me, and if you ask me nicely, I'll generally do whatever you need done. So we'll play this one here. This is the Sonic Dream Believers, all these lonely years on Your Music Live.
A heart break
all these lonely years. A breakup without a makeup. All these years, all these angry years. And no doubt became a closed out. All these years, all these lonely years. I couldn't wait to escape you, but I was nothing without you. I couldn't wait to get going. I thought I knew, never knowing that the rest of my life would be cold winds blowing. And no leaves to decorate the trees, no warmth to thaw the freeze, no honey 'cause there's no more bees, no fun, no one, no time at ease for all of these lonely years.
Very cool indeed. I like it. Did I make it to the bridge? Oh yeah, that was it. There was the bridge. I liked it. I like that. Yeah, a lot of catharsis going on. Exactly. Little Talking Heads vibe of that one. I dig it. Very good stuff. The Sonic Dream Believers here on Your Music Live. Good stuff. All right, it is time to get the creepy wolf emojis in here, because that can only mean one thing. We're going to head on over to Wolfstone Studio. Where are you folks based, Wolfstone Studios? In the US, I believe, but Florida? I can't remember. Let us know. Jenny and Ron at Wolfstone Studios. They've been a staple of the YML community for a super long time now, since right towards the start, I think. And they've got a song for us. So, hey Pete. We decided to write a song and release it for Songtember about a very dear friend who recently passed away from the C word. This week we are submitting a song inspired by overcoming a hurricane that hit the city of Marathon in Florida Keys a few years ago. But it's also a song about relationships. What did I tell you about the feels, right? It's all about the feels here today. So let's give this one a spin. Maybe it is Florida then. Maybe I was right there because you mentioned Florida, the Florida Keys there. And there you go. This is called Our Marathon. There you go. Southern Marine and also the Florida Keys. There you go. See, I was on the ball. I didn't realize that Alan had submitted 2 previous songs, but I got where Wolfstone Studios are from. Right, let's take a listen to this one. Our Marathon here. Wolfstone Studio on Your Music Live. What a bop, right? I mean, I know the subject matter is, it's sad stuff, but what a way to put a positive spin on there. And I love the sign holding up there with after a hurricane comes a rainbow. That's the way to look at it, isn't it? And hopefully after the hurricane that has been the last couple of years, do we have a rainbow? Could a rainbow come, please? Thank you. Very cool. Yeah, absolutely. Bopping to that one for sure. Excellent stuff. Thank you for sharing that one. Love it. Yeah, Wolfstone Studio. Go and check out all their stuff because there's a veritable plethora of tunes over at the Wolfstone Studio YouTube channel that you can go and check out. We've played many of them here on the channel, but some of them you may not have heard before. So go check it out. You're gonna dig it, I promise you. All right, where are we at here? I have my next song here. Yes, here we go. It is our friend. While we're on the subject of folks who have been around the show since pretty much day dot, we're going to play a song from. See, it's all about the emojis here now, isn't it? Because you got the wolf emojis. Can we get some Z emojis for the one and only Michael, aka Zealand Band? And see, I call him Zealand Band because that's the name. I'd say Zland Band because I'm from Australia, but Zealand Band. So what does he have to say? Borderline crazy. Borderline Crazy, created in GarageBand with love, mastered in Lursen, salt to taste. I love it. And we're going to jump over to slaps.com. Slaps.com is the online music sharing platform from our friends at DistroKid. It's like a gateway into DistroKid, that if you're not quite ready to take the plunge and sign up to DistroKid and release your music to Spotify and Apple Music and all the other places, start checking out slaps.com because it's free. You don't have to be a DistroKid member to use it. And as long as you are interacting and commenting on other people's tracks, you can share all of your tracks on here as well. It's a very, very cool place. And Michael's been sharing his music there for some time. So jump over and follow. You can see I'm following Michael. You can follow. We're going to throw some pre-fire on this one. We're going to save it in so I can play it again later. And let's give it a spin here. Michael, aka Zealand Band, on Your Music Live. Let's do it. That's a jam. That's a bop. That's a cool tune. Well done, Michael, aka Zealand Band. There you go. I'm totally bopping. I know. This is my morning workout. I don't need to hit the treadmill now after this one. I'm just going to be chair dancing my way to health and fit. Maybe not. But that was a bop. Love it. Refreshing and zangy. I've never heard the word zangy before, but I think it explains it really well. Zangy for the win. Absolutely. By the way, there was a comment there saying I didn't play a whole song of someone's before. Yeah, we don't play whole songs here. That's how in 2 hours we get through like 50 plus songs because we give you a sample. The first taste is free. No, that sounds creepy. you get to sample some of it's like the Whitman Samplers box of chocolates. You get to taste each one, and then you're like, ooh, Turkish Delight, I'm going to go back for a whole packet of that, and then you go and you check out. So what I do is we go through, I do the hard work for you, so every single song, if you refresh your YouTube, every single song will be there, or when you get to the end, just refresh your page or go out and back into the video, and down in the description, it will have every artist, song title, and link. So you can go, you can spend another day, because it would take us a whole day to play everyone's entire song and then comment on it and then have the random banter and chatter that we have here. It would take an entire day to do that. But good job there, Michael, sharing over at slaps.com. And once again, if you're not already using slaps.com, check it out. It's worth it. It's worth trying out for yourself. Critter Jason says, I pop in from time to time and love the knowledge you lay out for GarageBand and bedroom producers. Well, thank you, my friend. Please never stop, Pete. I don't intend to, and we'll play this tune from Critter Jason in just a moment, but can I please give you folks all a huge round of applause from me and a shout out to you, because it's just hit the 1 year anniversary of when my corporate employers said, there's been some things and some stuff, Pete, and we don't think that there's a job for you here anymore. And there was then 6 weeks between then and when I actually left, which was the end of September. So we'll be having a big 30th of September. The end of Songtember is also the last day that I worked in the corporate world. But if you could please give yourselves a round of applause right here on the chat, because without you, then I wouldn't be able to do this. I do this as my full-time job. Like, sometimes I wake up and I literally have to like pinch myself before I set up here, because I get up and it's still work. Still have to get up at 5:30 in the morning, get the green screen set up, make sure I've got all the tracks listed. It's not like just an easy job, but it's a fun job. It's something that I really enjoy. And Your Music Live wouldn't exist if I was just playing my music. There's not going to be 2 hours a week of my music that's going to keep anyone's level of interest. So thank you to you all. I do appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you. And if you are on the fence, if you're considering taking a plunge, look, it might not be the right time for you. You might have other considerations, but please, at least if you can do it as a side hustle or you can do something different on the side, please consider it, because I promise you, it will bring you joy and happiness that you couldn't imagine. And if you're sitting there in the job that you're not happy with, you ultimately get to decide. I know there's other factors, I know there's other things, but you are ultimately the person who gets to decide your own fate. So sometimes you need to just be brave, bite the bullet and take the plunge. So thank you. Thank you all to you. Let's grab this tune now, because while I've been pontificating, most of Critter Jason's tunes already played in the background in mute. So we'll go back to the start here. And I like a bit of good noise. Hands up who likes some good noise. So let's take a listen to this track from Critter Jason. Jason Critter. Good Noise on Your Music Live. Very cool jam there from our friend Jason Critter Jason, sharing on SoundCloud. We haven't had a single ad on SoundCloud today. What's going on? Yesterday I had some weird ads on SoundCloud when I was queuing up these songs, but nothing here today. So go figure. Yeah, a bit of nice travel music, right? Yeah, very cool. Very good. Good use of feedback on there. I agree, Dan Ekberg. Let's use the fact that Dan Ekberg commented on this track to use the serendipity of that comment to play a Dan Ekberg track, because we are going to go overtime today. Thomas Christ, I believe, has known that. He sensed it, or maybe I said it last week, but he's got his show coming up in half an hour, so we're going to go a little bit late. We're probably going to go 20 minutes into overtime here today, just to get a few more tracks ticked off here, including this one from Mr. Dan Ekberg, which is an official music video for a tune called Geometry. What does Dan have to say about this one? Let's check it out here in the list. This is a video from my last song, Geometry, made in LumaFusion. It took a while to sync up all the broken clips in the verses. My favorite moment is the solo played over the Chicago skyline. Haven't got any copyright claims or strikes on this. The quote, to quote the Shawshank Redemption, I doubt they'll kick up any fuss, not for an old crook like me. Well, we'll see how we go. See, I get copyright claims on every one of these shows. Keep in mind, copyright claims are okay, copyright strikes are not. So if you're using some things and you get copyright claim, that's cool. If your song has content ID on it, that's cool. More than happy for any of the advertising revenue from this show to go back to the creators, because that's how it should be. If I'm using your music and I'm playing your music, it should go to you. But yeah, sometimes there's clips in people's videos and then it goes back. Sony Pictures will get the 4 cents from you watching an ad in a video. It happens, so figure. Let's take a look and a listen at this one. This is Mr. Dan Ekberg with Geometry on Your Music Live.
Sometimes I wish I had a night off. Can't lie, the lyrics with the line on. Who are you to me? More than just some shapes and assemblies. Why do things always fall apart? Even when they're simple and from the heart. So many times there's no excuse. And don't accuse me of being obtuse. Geometry. Sign that brings you back to me. Geometry of you and me. Life and shapes and in between. Geometry, geometry. Just the right angle. You've had more than you can handle. Searching, it's fight or flight. Is there still time to get it right? Trying to find more compass instead of just another rhombus. So much complexity, more than graphs and machines.
How cool is that? Yeah, very well done, Dan. I'm gonna not tempt fate. We're gonna roll it down there, but you know that everyone's gonna want to go and watch the rest of that to see what happens there. Excellent stuff. Well done to bring all that together into LumaFusion. I've done videos like that. I did one for my song called Bully that used clips from A League of Their Own, and I did one for my song No Such Thing as College that used clips from Revenge of the Nerds. And that was just one movie, and I wasn't syncing up no vocals or anything like that. But very, very cool stuff. Dig it in a big, bad way. So thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharon is Karen. All right. Let's grab this tune. This is from our friends at Nova Cascade, and they've shared on slaps. We haven't had enough slapping in this show. We haven't been on slaps.com enough on this week's episode, so let's jump back over to slaps.com and check out some brand new fresh. Yeah, I just happened to see this at the bottom of my list here. See, this is the thing, and I know it sounds a bit unfair, and I apologize that sometimes I just jump around and I go out of order. So sometimes someone submitted like yesterday, and I'm playing their song, and then someone submitted 4 weeks ago, and I haven't played your song yet. I'm sorry. We try to just get a mix, and I'm a little bit not OCD, because you don't say that, because that's actually disorder, but I'm a little bit distracted sometimes. I'm like, oh, Nova Cascade, I'm just going to play them. So let's play this tune from Nova Cascade over here on Slaps. It is called The Hill, and it is from their upcoming Back from the Brink album due out on September the 9th. So there you go. Mid-Songtember, you'll get to enjoy some new Nova Cascade. So let's turn this one up to 11 and play Nova Cascade with The Hill on Your Music Live. So you need to go over and join slaps.com just to listen to the rest of that tune, because there's another minute and a half to go. And darn, is it cool. Nova Cascade, I've been a fan of theirs for some time now, since they first shared a song with me. And I'm like, wow, this is good. This is good stuff. Nearly swore. Yeah, a bit rock operatic kind of vibe in that one, isn't it? A little bit Pink Floyd with the vocals. Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff indeed. Barry likes it. And let's use Barry as our link in to playing our next tune. See what I did there? I'm just Mr. Segway. Just call me Mr. Segway. That's right. I'm a failed device from the early 2000s that no one uses anymore. Although they do Segway tours around the city here in Adelaide, and my wife and I are actually planning to do one. That would be cool. I should do a video about it. It's got nothing to do with the channel, but I'll probably share some pics of that. So I don't know why, but Segways, I've always wanted to ride one. I don't know. All right, Joe and Barry Glenn. Any Joe and Barry fans in the house? I think there are. I think there's plenty. Our old band member and friend Alison McDougall sings this in Gaelic. No way I can do that, but neither could I do like Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. Rather than calling all Australians Bruce or Scottish individuals Jock. So this is called The Green Valleys of Gweedore. Then it has a bunch of words that I can't read. Thank you, Frigsy, for helping me with the phonetic pronunciation. Oh, hang on. Glennetin Glas Gal Dober. I've given it a crack, all right? I had a lot of fun doing the video. Thank you, Jade. This is my first effort after watching your video a couple of times. I'm told that there is too much reverb on the whistle. Guilty as charged. Hey, no such thing as too much verb. Come on. Whistles need verb. That's what I've heard. All right, let's jump over. You know it's Joe and Barry Glenn. You know we're going to have some sweet folksy vibes and some nice visuals to go along with it. So let's rock out with some Joe and Barry Glenn on Your Music Live.
We're taken on board by a pleasant crew bound for America. Fresh water we did then take on 5,000 gallons or more, in case we'd run short going to New York or away from the Shamrock shore. Then fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, and likewise Derry town, and twice farewell to my comrades brave that dwell on the sainted ground. If fame and fortune should favour me, and I have money in store, I'll go back and I'll wed the wee lassie I left on Glant and Glospidor.
More reverb. Get in there. Very good stuff, as always, from Joe and Barry Glenn. And you know you want to go and check out the rest, yeah? Jump on over and check out the rest of that tune and all of the rest of the cool stuff that Joe and Barry Glenn. I gave them the huge compliment last week of saying, I don't know, I didn't mean it to be a backhanded compliment, of saying they've come so far from the start of when they started producing music and video to where they're at now. And they're just going to keep continuing to get better. They've clearly got a whole bunch of natural talent and ability, but they're putting in the hard yards. They're doing the work. Hello, Hambro Hounslow. I hope you are doing well. I think I saw another newcomer up here. Hello, Gortium85. Just found the stream. Welcome to the community. Consider sharing a song. If you do want to be considered for a future Your Music Live, do go to studiolivetoday.com/YML. There's a link in the description. It's very simple. You enter your name, your email address, your link, and give me 1 or 2 sentences about the song, preferably without any Gaelic pronunciation to do, and then you'll be considered for a future show. But very good stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And more reverb. Just make that thing swimming in verb. All right, I reckon we'll sneak maybe 3 or 4 more songs in under the bar, and then you need to get ready because Thomas Christ is going to be rocking your world after that, doing his live show. I've also got a happy hour that I'm doing tomorrow, so we'll be doing a mixed bag, a bunch of various songs that I just happen to dig from all over the place. So there's some cool stuff coming in there. Going to play some Green Day, going to play some Blink-182 most likely, some Nirvana and Pearl Jam, maybe some 90s. It's going to be a bit of a 90s, bit of a grungy vibe, I think, but with a few surprises thrown in. But before that, we have to finish off this show, and then you've got Thomas Christ live, which you need to go and check out. So let's jump over Dragon Lady Music Experience. I know I've seen you here in the chat, and you submitted a song recently that you said this: "Hi Pete, Thoughtful was completely made in Giraffe Band." That's my new app. Forget GarageBand. Now it's going to be Giraffe Band. I'm sorry, but there's your next meme. A t-shirt with like a picture of giraffe with like the headphones on and Giraffe Band. Yeah? I'm not hearing support for Giraffe Band. Okay. Sorry, Dragon Lady Music Experience. The vocals were just la la, etc. until I reversed them and they came out sounding like Thoughtful. Hence came the name of the track. Love the YML show and the great community you have. Thank you. Keep up the great work. I'm dedicating this one to my father, whom I recently lost. Sorry for your loss. That sucks. You may want to start the track at 120, please. I shall indeed start it at 120. Here we go. So we're queued up at 120 for this one. This is Dragon Lady Music Experience with Thoughtful here on Your Music Live.
Oh,
Absolutely excellent jam. Agree with that. Such a pretty tune. Don't watch that. Not now. Not yet. Very well done. And yeah, sorry about your loss. That's a exceptional tribute. Again, it's why music is so powerful, is that we can use it for, I've always said with music, when you're going through good times, music will make you feel great. When you're going through bad times, music will get you back somewhere near survival and feeling okay, right? So yeah, it'll always take you up a notch, whether that notch is from despair into I can get through this, or I feel great to euphoria. Whatever it is, music is the answer. And thank you for everyone distracting me with all the names. So Giraffe Band is definitely the garage band. Cow Bass is what Black Covers uses. Gregory O'Sullivan can only afford cow basses. Oh dear. But as we know, if you're a real professional in a studio, you have to use Pro Turtles, right? Pro Turtles is the only way to go if you're a pro. It's got pro in the name. Exactly. And what can we use for Reaper? Lima? No, that doesn't work. What's going on here? Hang on. Is this, I'm live. Okay, sorry. I thought I was just having a conversation with myself. Oh dear. Let's play an Orchestra Eclipse tune. Jade had to run off to watch wrestling, so Orchestra Eclipse shared a wrestling related song here. So why don't we play this? This seems fitting. Orchestra Eclipse says, I did a mashup of the Undertaker theme from WWE with 2 Thanos themes. Because why not, right? Please play from 142. I also added some visual effects to go along with the video. Okay, let's do this. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get any copyright claims on this one either. Let's jump over here. This is Orchestra Eclipse here on Your Music Live. Very cool. I like it. I like the fireworks in the background. That was a nice touch. Yeah, you're definitely building upon things there over at Orchestra Eclipse. Yeah, is that thunder? I don't know. Thunder. I had fireworks. Whatever it was cool. We are winding down here, folks. I'm going to play 2 more tunes here, and then we're going to have to call it a day. I haven't got to anywhere near as many. We did catch up on a few, but I haven't got to as many as I had wanted to. So please, I apologize for that. But we got there. We've got plenty of stuff in, and hopefully, not hopefully, we will be back next week to play a whole bunch more tunes here. But we've still got 2 more to go. So let's play this one. We haven't heard from our friend Mars Capone, which is Greg Hernandez, also one of my wonderful patrons over at patreon.com/PeteJohns. He helps keep the lights on, and he's got a cool jam that I wanted to share with you. For Producers Challenge 194, using thin slices of suggested samples, Jade Starr and Dean from Electronic Sounds are kind enough to let patrons use their huge sample vaults, so the drums are Frankenstein from those and played in Koala Sampler. It pays to be a patron, folks. It sure does. Sorry I have no sample libraries to send your way. Maybe I need to do that one day. I do have some guitar loops, but yeah, I'm not really sample. There's a lot of people doing good samples. So, but yeah, do go and check out Jade and her Patreon. And if you want to be a patron of this channel, you can do it. You'd help keep the lights on. Let's jump over and take a listen to this one. Mars Capone will get there on Your Music Live. one and only Greg Hernandez, aka Mars Capone, with We'll Get There. Very, very cool. Digging the jam there. Exactly. Greg's music is so indeed imaginative. Thomas Christ, I've got his name there on the screen. He is up next with a live show. Thomas, will you do us a solid and drop a link so that folks can queue that one up ready to go? Because we got just one more song to play here on Your Music Live for this week, and then we will be done. XL edition here that we've done this week. We've got through a few extra songs. We'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel here. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to Your Music Live, we do this every week. It's Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time for the folks in London and the UK and Europe and surrounding areas. And it's Saturday morning, so you need to get up and grab your rice bubbles or your Cocoa Pops or your Wheat Bix for the folks here in Australia, 7 a.m. Melbourne and Sydney time. So it may be time down. You're right. It may be time to do an additional bonus YML, like an additional one. So maybe we need to sneak that in. Oh, the problem is September's coming. Maybe in the next week before Songtember kicks in big time. There you go. Thomas Christ live is up next, and love to have. Thomas would love to have. If you've never been to Thomas Christ before, he plays. Think like Trent Reznor meets Thompson Twins, and that's Thomas Christ. 80s synth pop meets 90s industrial with a 2000s and 2010s kind of modern vibe. That's the best I can do for you. It's interesting stuff. It's great music. He's a cool dude, and get on over there. He was so desperate for a Sharon is Karen t-shirt. He went to Amazon and just found a random one. So hopefully he can now rock the official Studio Live Today Sharon is Karen shirt when he picks one up, if he wants to. And if you want to, by the way, if you want to pick up your own merchandise, you can head on over. Don't forget, we've got the brand new Sharon is Karen Your Music Live mugs and t-shirts, as well as all the rest of the range. If you just want to rock the t-shirt or the hoodie, you can go ahead and do that. Pick that up over at the merch store, studiolivetoday.com/merch. Righty dokie. We've never ended with this artist, but we start with this artist every week. So I thought it was only fitting that our very own Kronk Song, Mark Kronk Song Lovell, he creates all the theme songs that you hear here on Studio Live Today, Your Music Live theme, the GarageBand Weekly theme. That's all him. And this week he said, today's song uses some brass. I've always struggled with GarageBand brass, but blending it with Spitfire's BBC Symphony brass makes it more palatable, I think. This is a song about pulling on a different persona for the people you meet, when in fact living with yourself can be a struggle. Kind of like pretending to be a rock star when you know it's never going to happen. You got a dream though, and I hope you all like it. I thought this was a cool one to go out on here tonight. So let's not have already started playing it. But let's jump over here, shall we, to SoundCloud. Still no Lotto Cat sightings, no ads in SoundCloud. But we're going to go out with this one here. This is Mark Kronk Song Lovell with a tune called You Come Apart.
When you're out and about, you tend to shout a lot. Everybody seems to like the way you are, but something ain't right. No, something ain't right. You come apart at the seams when you're on your own, and I wish I could help you. I just wish I had an answer, but I don't know what to do. Please don't pretend with me that you're okay. I can see right through you. You know I wasn't born yesterday. Just tell me if there's something come apart at the seams when you're on your own, and I wish I could help you. answer, but I don't know what to do. You come apart at the seams when you're on your own.
The one and only Mark Cronk Song Lovell. Is there any better way to go out than that? What a cool jam, what a cool bop. Yeah, a lot of feely stuff, a lot of guitars in this week's show. Once again, if you did have fun, if you enjoyed yourself here, if you want to make sure we come back and do it again next week, don't worry, we'll be here. Then hit the like button. That helps out. Share this out. Share it with your family, share it with your friends. The more folks that come here to share their music and to hear the music and to join the community, the better time we'll have. Don't forget, Songtember is just around the corner. That's our Song in a Month challenge, where I challenge you and me to create, record and finish a song all in the month of September. And don't forget that tomorrow we have the happy hour. So we'll be playing a bunch of different tunes on the acoustic. We'll be having a beverage and enjoying ourselves on the happy hour. You can also check out all of the gear that I recommend at studiolivetoday.com/gear. You can buy the merch at studiolivetoday.com/merch. And thank you to our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. I love them so much. I'm wearing the hat. They keep the lights on here at Studio Live Today Studios, and they support independent music by sponsoring shows just like this one. So massive thanks and shout out to our friends at DistroKid. If you're releasing independent music, use DistroKid. Less than $20 a year. You can release an unlimited amount of music. Save yourself 7% using the link up there and down in the description. That's going to do it for this one. Please, folks, take care of yourselves this week. Look after yourselves. A bit of self-love, bit of self-care. Help out others too. Once you look after yourself, once you've got your oxygen mask on, you can fit those, including children. Anyone flown lately? No. The analogy's lost because no one's flying anywhere anymore. But thank you all for being here. Please keep creating. Rock on. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh, jump over to Thomas Christ right now. Thomas Christ. Bye for now. Go see Thomas Christ play live right now. See you. Bye.